Hi everyone, today we're in beautiful northern Taos, New Mexico, and I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious smoked brisket chili. Welcome back to Cooking with Steve G, and today I'm going to show you an amazing recipe for smoked briefs? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Smoked beef brisket chili. Yeah, we're here in beautiful northern New Mexico, Taos, New Mexico. Today I'm using my GE Profile Smart Indoor Smoker, but I'm using it outdoors to show how versatile it really can be. That's just a silly, shameless plug. Yes, this smoker was designed to be used indoors, and I've done it already many times, and it's an amazing piece of equipment. Believe me, to be able to smoke indoors during the winter when you're up in an area like this where it's 3-4 below zero with snow everywhere, it's kind of hard to smoke outside. But today we're going to get this beautiful brisket flat right here that I've marinated, or not marinated, but I've seasoned this overnight with one of my special rubs. And you can use any kind of rub that you like. You also don't have to use brisket for this particular recipe. You can make this with chuck. I've done it with chuck, and it's beautiful. But today we're gonna throw a little twist into this chili. We're gonna pre-smoke our brisket, and when it's done, then we're gonna let it rest for a little while so we don't cut it and have all the juices run out of it. We're gonna let it rest so that we can cut it into nice little chunks and get it into our chili base, and the meat is going to get tender and more juicy and flavorful, and it's going to flavor the actual chili itself. I'm going to show you how to prep the smoker. If you have one, you can do this on any smoker, but I'm choosing to do it on my GE Profile Smart Indoor Smoker, and I'll show you the steps. I'm going to be using some Applewood Pellets today that are going to go right here, and that should give the meat a nice flavor. So first things first, we're going to get our pellets into the hopper. This is about 2 cups of pellets in our Shotgun Willie's cup here, a refillable cup that you get refills when you go back for free at Shotgun Willie's. And that's in Red River, which is actually right over there in those mountains back there. So you're going to open your pellet hopper and you're going to pour in your pellets. Got our pellets in the hopper. If you're using your GE Profile Smart Indoor Smoker for the first time, you'll need to prime the auger, which means that you will need to fill up your pellet hopper and then go into the settings and scroll over to auger. And when you press auger, it will give you the option to prime the auger, and you just press the button, the dial button, and it will prime the auger for you. Next, you're going to fill your water reservoir with water up to the fill line and place it back inside there. And this is to extinguish the pellets as they drop down from the smoker. Put that back in there. We're going to smoke it at a temperature of 225 and a level of smoke 5. There's 1 to 5 on this machine. I want to get as much smoke on the meat as possible. I'm going to press start, and it's going to preheat. Once the smoker is preheated, then I will go ahead and put the brisket into the smoker. Okay, our smoker has come up to temp. It's been preheated. I've got my timer set, and I'm going to go ahead and put in this 2-pound brisket flat. This is the flat. That opened up, that pulled out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the fat side up so I can get some basting when that fat cap starts to melt down. Throw it right there in the center. Push it in, close the door. So once it's done, I'll show you how to finish the chili. Okay, it's time to pull our brisket out of the smoker, and we're gonna set it into some foil. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna put some bacon grease. Yeah, bacon grease on the bottom of this foil and then a little bit on the top, as you'll see. Then we're gonna wrap it and let it sit for 1 hour. Oh yeah, that looks pretty darn good. You can see that there? Look at that. That's gonna go great in our chili. We're gonna take some of this bacon grease here, just a couple of chunks of it. Set it like that. Set it on there like so. Throw some on the top as well. This is just gonna keep it nice and moist. Keep it seasoned. Just give it some beautiful flavor. Yeah. You can use beef tallow if you have it. Just whatever you have handy. Some kind of moisture while it's resting. There we go. That looks good. Right there. Go ahead and get it wrapped up. Got it wrapped up. Now we're just gonna let it sit and rest in this for an hour, and then we'll chop it up and get it into our chili. All right, it's been 1 hour. We're gonna take our brisket out of the foil now, get it sliced up. Okay, there it is. There's our beautiful brisket meat for our chili, smoked brisket chili. Let's get it on the cutting board. All right, let's see. We want some thicker slices because we're going to be putting this into chunks into the chili, so that looks pretty good. That looks nice. It's got a nice little bark on it, not too much. Still got some juice in there. Looks nice and tender. Let's get it chopped up. You want to cut it up into cubes about like that for the chili. There's our brisket. So it's time to get the base for our chili started, and I am going to have all the ingredients and the measurements in the comment section. So I won't be giving you any measurements or amounts while I'm showing you this process. I just will show you the order in which you will add the ingredients to your Dutch oven. And hopefully you have a Dutch oven. I think this is a 5-quart Dutch oven right here, or just a big, sturdy pot for this. And I'll go ahead and show you how to get your base ready, and then we'll get our brisket into the chili base. Okay, we're going to start by turning our flame on medium high. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of bacon grease in here. We're going to drop in our onions. We're going to saute these for about 3 to 4 minutes. So after your onions have been sauteing for about 3 minutes, you're going to drop in 2 chopped and seeded serrano peppers in there. Saute these for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to add 6 cloves of minced garlic. Saute this for literally about 60 seconds. Start smelling that garlic. Oh yeah, that's when you know it's about time. Next, we're going to add our New Mexico green chili, hatch New Mexico green chili. And then we've got 1 Anaheim, roasted Anaheim chili, and 2 chipotle peppers right there. Going to throw those in. Get those sauteed in there, mixed in. Now we're going to throw in 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. We're going to mix this in and cook it for about 2 minutes. Try to get it all mixed in with chilies and the onions. Kind of coat everything. And then we kind of want to cook that tomato paste a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a toasted flavor. This is the spice mix that's going into our chili. Dried oregano, cumin, smoked paprika, New Mexico red chili, cayenne pepper, brown sugar, and a little bit of cinnamon. All that's going to go into the pot. Get that all stirred in. Get everything nice and coated. Next we got a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. And get that stirred in. Time for the star of our show, and that's our brisket. Meat goes in. I'm going to get this nice and coated with all this beautiful flavor in here. I cook this for about 5 minutes, like this, stirring it about every other minute. Just want to get the meat nice and coated, and time to add our beer. We're going with a local brewery here, Red River Brewing and Distillery. We got a Lazy Bear Blonde here, 5% ABV. Look at this, canned on 10/27. That was like 2 days ago. Doesn't get much fresher than this, folks. And yeah, I know it says 32 ounces. We're only putting 12 ounces. We're going to deglaze our pan with this beer. If you're wondering where the rest of it went, stir in that beer. Get that liquid up to the sides and get all that good stuff off the sides. Also, you're going to deglaze the bottom of the pan with this beer. You're going to get it incorporated and cook this, let it boil for about 2 minutes. That'll cook all the alcohol out of it, which is going to happen anyways because we're going to cook this for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Time to add 3 cups of beef bone broth. And we've been using this Zoop brand, which is actually very delicious. Add 3 cups of bone broth to this. Get that stirred in. And we're going to bring this back up to a boil, at which time we'll reduce the flame to simmer, like low, and we'll let it simmer for about 2.5 to 3 hours, or until the meat is nice and tender and the consistency of the stew or the chili is to your liking. If you like it really super thick, you can cook all the liquid out of this chili if you like. If you like a nice little thick broth left, you can do it that way too. And we're going to add beans to this in the final hour of simmering. Now you're going to add 2 bay leaves. Get those tucked down in there. We're going to put on our lid and bring this to a boil. Okay, we've got our chili coming to a rolling boil. Now you're going to reduce your flame to low and simmer for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, depending on the consistency that you like. And remember, in the last hour, if you want to add beans, that's when you do it. Our chili is done, and you can see how beautiful and rich, thick it is. The meat's nice and tender. The beans are cooked. Don't forget to take out your bay leaves. You always got to remove your bay leaves. No one likes to chomp down on one of those. And we put 2 in there, so you'll need to fish out 2. But yeah, this is how we like it. I'll show you how we serve it up right now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and show you how I like to serve it up. I like to use a slotted spoon, so that way some of the juice drains off, but we do like a little juice in ours. There you go, you see all that nice, those nice tender bits of meat in there. See that? Nice piece of brisket. Got some beans throughout there. Oh yeah. That looks really good. All those chilies. So we'll throw a little bit of cheese on there, or as much as you like. And then I love sour cream in my chili. I always put a dollop on the top, and this all gets mixed in when it's time to eat. And then we always garnish with some nice freshly chopped green onions. Just like that. So there it is, folks. Nice smoked brisket chili. Perfect day for it. I'm getting it in right before the rain. Believe it or not, 5 minutes ago it was raining. I'm trying to get my bowl of chili in before it rains. Look at all that nice cheese and everything there. So good. Let's give it a taste here before. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'll get it later. Here's to you. Mmm. Oh my goodness. The brisket is so tender, full of that nice applewood smoke. All those spices, the chilies, unbelievable. Folks, you gotta give this a try. It is a lengthy process, but I'm telling you, it's some of the best chili you'll ever taste. So thanks for joining me on this episode of Cooking with Steve G and smoked beef brisket chili. Look at that. Oh wow.